Hey Tim, it's a great day out here on the Sprecher patio, man. This is
gosh.
awesome.
This beer is incredible today.
It's fantastic. Beautiful Wisconsin day. We got corn in the background.
Yeah, the only thing I was worried about, you've seen, children of the corn,
yeah, someone
right?
come flying out of that
I'm
thing.
worried about that.
Hey, listen, you got time for one more business question for me?
Yeah, let's do it.
I got a buddy that's got a company that's growing like crazy, and he's looking at software as a service, SaaS, to kind of put some of his business applications, kind of not in their internal center. We've talked about this stuff in the past, and he's looking at the NetSuites and the Intacts, and but when you take ERP, kind of out of your business, that's a pretty big deal, and I want to give him some good advice to make sure that he's making a real good purchasing decision,
Right.
and that he's making a decision that's just not kind of short term, but medium and long range term.
Yeah, well, and we've talked a little bit in the past about this, but as you look at, what I'd call the buying criteria, those players, NetSuite, Intact, there's differentiators, especially when you compare them to some of the products we work with. While we have experience with all of those, an Acumatica solution, for example, we really have a lot of differentiators. One would be choice of deployment.
Okay.
So we've talked as organizations try to make that decision to move to the cloud in a software as a service model. Sometimes you may want to adopt more of a crawl, walk, run approach.
Right on.
So, we've tried to remain objective in the products we work with, meaning choice of deployment with an Acumatica. If cloud's appropriate and SaaS licensing appropriate, Acumatica offers that, but could also fit well into a private data center or on-premise and installed locally and licensed traditionally, compared to a NetSuite or an Intact.
Yeah.
SaaS models only.
And that's really about control, right? I mean, about when you move, what you do, how you do it, all of that's about control.
Yeah, so that's where so control would be another big differentiator. Control from a couple of perspectives. One, your data. So do you control your data?
Yeah.
Acumatica being in the SQL Server database, and if you decide that you don't want it deployed from a SaaS perspective, or you want to perhaps move in a different direction, your data is delivered in SQL Server as opposed to in an Excel flat file.
Oh, excellent.
Like
so I can
NetSuite or
actually
Intact.
deal with it.
Second would be, as you, in a SaaS model particularly, the service is upgrading your software on a frequency. With Acumatica, choices of when that upgrade actually happens. So you can schedule it within your time frame,
Yep.
as opposed to it simply showing up on day one of a real busy season with an Intact or a
So I can
NetSuite.
schedule my natural rhythm of my business and not some schedule that a provider's
Exactly.
got. Excellent.
Yep. And then, control being flexible to be able to control your business logic, so that if you need to tailor that application, you have that flexibility with an Acumatica to be able to control your business rules and your business logic a bit more than you do with the other solutions.
Yeah, because no two businesses are exactly alike. So
Right.
sometimes you want to have that ability.
Right.
Excellent.
Other big key differentiator, Brian, is pricing structure. NetSuite, Intact, classic models, per user pricing. Acumatica, we've talked about this before, pay the price, enable the organization, unlimited user pricing essentially.
And so that basically
So
makes
pricing
that
structure big.
Yeah, that line of business application now can be exposed to a lot of people as my business grows and as needs dictate,
Exactly.
without really handcuffing me, financially.
Yeah.
Oh,
And maybe
excellent.
the last one I would just say is there's a big difference between kind of a direct go-to-market strategy that a NetSuite or an Intact deploy. They have hybrid models. Acumatica, one of the only channel-led go-to-market strategies in the industry, which means, and how that equates to your customer.
You almost got me there.
That was close. Last thing we want to do is spill that.
All right.
How that equates to your customer, though, is typically local support, partner-led models. So Acumatica being a channel-only go-to-market strategy, as compared to a NetSuite or a Intact, it's a hybrid model. So you could be dealing with corporate from a sales perspective, and then you don't know where your implementation team's going to come out of.
And we know partnership with our clients is a big deal, and understanding their businesses and how the nuances of the software can help them. That kind of intimacy just may not be there in a SaaS model.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. So what we got is a choice of deployment. We got control over upgrades and data. We've got good pricing structure and local support.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, wallet still in the glass?
Yeah, let's have
Not
a
on
little
the
more.
table.
Yeah.